intercepted a message from Soran. The signal was weak and heavily distorted, but it does contain some important information.
Good work, number one. Let's hear it.
So be sure to tune shields and cloaking devices to compensate for the disruptive effects of the theta radiation emitted from the sister planet. Timing is crucial, but the risk will be well worth the demonstration once again.
We need to find a planet with strong theta band emissions. Data will long-range scans detect this type of radiation?
Unknown, sir.
Well, I guess I have a lot of searching to do, but it wouldn't happen to be... Bersus?
Long-range scan of planet complete.
Incredible. Alright,
Set course for the Bersus system.
let's get over there.
Short-range scan of planet complete.
It appears we have found Soran.
Once again.
Commander, data to the transporter room.
Alright, it's another data mission. This is a pretty hard mission. Once again, you're dropped into hostile territory with absolutely no recharger packs for your phaser.
I believe Soran's weapon is on that island. These herbivores appear harmless. These creatures are feeding on the larger plant growths.
They're pretty cute.
Look at all the life forms. Happy little life forms.
Okay.
This is really a charming little
I
planet.
think we need to get away from the little turtles for a while. They're making data act crazy. These plants look nasty, but on this side they're not doing much. If I go a little further into the bushes, though, I might run into some hostile ones.
Ouch.
Like this one. I'm wasting energy here. But it's necessary to kill these plants, not just because I
These
have to get
pods
through,
fire sharp projectiles when stimulated.
but also because I need some additional ammo, aside from my phaser.
I find it unlikely that this will be of help.
And not every plant drops a usable needle pod, so...
Ouch. I shall ask the captain to add these to our ship's armory.
Once again, it may look like I'm just going into random directions, but I had to play this mission quite a few times in advance, so now I know exactly where to go. These things look kind of tasty. It's not very helpful that the map doesn't actually update the paths to show the bushes as walls. Oop. One more on this side, and this one's empty. So you run through ammo pretty quickly.
These plants are quite dangerous.
And this is probably the mission where you have to conserve ammo most of all. Nearly there, I think. Damn it. Okay. I'd preferably conserve my phaser for the end of the mission.
Data to Enterprise.
We have no more information, Mr.
Well, I
Data.
found the place I was looking for. Little cave on the edge of the bushes. And of course there's some nasty creatures here, which really resemble the ones from Worf's mission, because it's not like the guys working on this game could bother to make more than one alien creature. Hang on. I'm gonna drop off my seed pods here, because I need empty pockets for what I'm gonna find here. There we go.
I may be able to synthesize uranium filaments from this to make emergency
Meaning
repairs.
this is a healing item for Data.
A significant improvement.
And as said, because this mission is pretty difficult and you're given almost no stuff to... and you're given almost no items to start with, you'd better grab what you can and use it wisely. Yep. Collect all of them. Okay. Hopefully this isn't too dark. And I arrive on the other side of the cave. And there's another little section of bushes here. But no dangerous plants, luckily. Not sure what this thing is supposed to be, but who cares? I'm interested in these cabbages.
This plant produces floating pads.
I'm gonna grab as many of them as I can, because they're a pretty vital item in a moment. Okay, now I have to make my way back to the starting area, so I can start crossing the lake to the island, which is a lot easier said than done. And since this is gonna take a bit long, I'll skip over the bit where I walk back through the cave, back through the bushes, and all the way back to the starting area. And here we are again.
Data to Enterprise.
Mr. Data, we have a fix on Soran. He's on the island in the center of the lake.
Carefully get down here. And there's a jellyfish floating above the water. This is a little graphical glitch that is kind of commonly occurring in this mission. It's harmless. Just a little sprite floating where it shouldn't be. So, lily pads,
I must find a way to cross this lake.
which are supposed to support Data's weight.
Perhaps if I could create more of these surface growths, I could cross this lake.
Yeah, that's the idea, and that's why I
I
collected
should
those
be careful
cabbages.
here.
There we go.
It is amazing how quickly they grow.
Of
The
course,
materials of my body do not float well.
it is extremely easy to miss the lily pads and fall into the water. Ignore all the evil fishes. Get over to this underground geyser. And try again. Once again, I'm extremely grateful that this game with its awkward controls inserted so much awkward platforming. Now, for the record, you're not actually supposed to completely reach the island using these lily pads. You're only supposed to reach a point where you can actually jump into the water and land on an underwater bridge. which will eventually let you onto the surface of the island. Now, this lily pad is pretty much useless. Just a nice way the game fucks you by making you waste one of them if you didn't pick all of them up. God, this is tricky. Oh.
I should watch my step here.
Alright, that one we do need. Oh, fuck.
I really should learn to swim.
Alright. Try again. So when you start to reach the edge of the lily pads and can't go any further, it's time to start figuring out where exactly you have to drop into the water in order to make it onto the
Perhaps
island.
there is a subterranean means through which I can gain access to Sauron's Launcher. I shall search for an entrance underwater.
Oh, shall I? Thanks.
I believe I am experiencing frustration.
You and me both. So, I actually missed the ledge I was supposed to drop onto. It's a pretty confusing layout underwater. Nothing to do but make my way back to the geyser and get back up to the surface. At this point, I take a brief moment to go back into the bushes and pick up all the healing crystals and needle pots that I left behind in order to bring the cabbages. So here it becomes a frustrating back and forth of getting to the last lily pad, dropping into the water, and praying you dropped onto the proper ledge underwater. And, oh, I just narrowly missed it, I think. Though there is something underwater here that I do need to collect before I actually get onto the bridge, so I guess I'm lucky in a way. Another useful aspect of the needle pod is that unlike your phaser, you can use it underwater to take care of these vagina fish. There's some kind of ore vein underwater here, which I need to get to.
These crystals will become unstable in magnetic fields.
Okay, sounds useful.
These crystals will become unstable in magnetic fields.
We'll bring that along. And I pick up another one, even though it's not really necessary. This passage is probably too dark to actually see in the video. It's almost impossible for me to navigate through it while I'm
I may be able
playing.
to synthesize uranium filaments from this to make emergency repairs.
Okay, good to have those. But I'm going through another circular staircase into this cavern. And of course now I've actually made it onto the island. And this is where you find me wasting some of my phaser energy because I'm thinking I'm actually killing them on a
Apparently
low
they are
setting.
unaware that I am inedible. I assure you,
And
I
I'm
would
in
not
fact
make
only
a
stunning.
nourishing meal.
Way to go.
Excellent. I have reached the island. Now I must find Soran. This island appears to be volcanic in origin.
And the outside of the island. Look, plenty of those needle launching plants. plenty of edges that are very easy to fall off.
There appear to be two parts to this island. Perhaps they are connected underwater.
Yep, I'm not quite there yet. The plants on the island actually very rarely drop seed pods that are usable, which makes things even more difficult. See if I can kill the ones down there with this awkward mouse aiming. Don't want to waste a single needle if I don't have to. Ah. Well, nearly out of them. Well, at least the stun setting killed them. Ooh. Ooh, there's a lot of them down here. And none of them drops a usable seed pod. Really out of ammo. Ah, finally. Nope. Nope, yeah. Well, now I have to manage to actually drop onto the underwater bridge, so I can get to the other side of the island. Or don't I? Well, I am where I'm supposed to be at least. Or aren't I? So this is not where I'm supposed to be, I think. And all these guys are wonderfully unstunned once again. And they're getting kind of hyper at the prospect of eating me, I think. No way out except right through them. Luckily, not one of them manages to bite me. Okay, so by now I figured out that I need to drop down into water, and I just missed the bridge that I'm supposed to drop on. Luckily, I'm a little bit closer to it now than before. That's where it is. So I don't have to make my way all the way back to the... So I don't have to go all the way back to the geyser. Just drop back down here and make my way to the surface again. I can barely see what I'm doing here. Just kind of ringing myself up. Fuck you. All it takes is this very small jump off one edge of the island. Yeah. No? No. Okay. Missed it again. But I think at least now I figured out where I'm supposed to drop down. If I drop off the edge here. Not quite here. This should do it. Yes. I've made it onto the flimsy little underwater bridge, which allows me to get to the other half of the island. Which means that it's going to be about time to face off with Soran. It's good that I at least killed most of the plants on this side. There's a few more up here.
Ouch.
Just a little further.
Ow.
There we go. A little slow on the uptake of the... A little slow on noticing the 4 plants on my radar here.
Ouch.
By now I can start seeing a moving gray dot on my tricorder map. Which means... Dr. Soran.
Soran, accompany me to the Enterprise at once.
I find that rather unlikely.
He starts soundlessly shooting at me. And I've wasted my ammo there. Nice game of cat and mouse going on here. I can hit him from here. Hope this last bunch of seed pods will do.
Ruined my plan, you meddling android.
Luckily it does.
I must stop this weapon from firing.
Unauthorized access. Control lockout initiated.
Uh-oh.
I must find a way to cut the power.
Well,
The power can be cut from the other side of this grating.
can't smack it. Looks like those rocks will do. I don't like that sound, though.
Yes!
There we go.
This is the power unit for the launcher.
Rip it out.
Guard here. We're standing by to beam you aboard.
And that concludes...
This is the power unit for the launcher.
And that concludes one hell of a frustrating mission.
One to beam up.
See you next time.